Good afternoon, it's 5:45. I'd like to declare open the General Committee meeting of Monday the 11th of May 2026. In accordance with the Local Government Act of 1993, Cowra Council is recording and live streaming this meeting and will upload the recording to Council's website. By speaking at this meeting, you agree to being live streamed and recorded and having that recording published in the public domain. Please ensure that when you speak at Council's meetings, you are respectful to others and use appropriate language at all times. Cowra Council accepts no liability for any defamatory or offensive remarks or gestures made during the course of this meeting. We acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we gather, the Wiradjuri people, and pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. I have apologies from Councillor Ruth Fagan on leave and Councillor Cheryl Downing, who is ill. Can I have someone move that we accept those apologies? Councillor Kiss, thank you. Councillor Speechley, thank you. Councillor Kiss?
Not needed, thank you.
Councillor Speechley?
No requirement.
Anybody else wish to comment, write a reply? Councillor Kiss, not required. All those in favour? Pass, thank you. 1.4 Disclosures of interest. Councillors and staff, please indicate in relation to any interest you need to declare. A, what report or item you are declaring an interest in. B, whether the interest is pecuniary or non-pecuniary. And C, what is the nature of the interest. No disclosures, thank you. There are no presentations. I'll now take a motion to confirm the minutes of the General Committee meeting held on the 13th of April 2026. Councillor Horton. Councillor Kiss, thank you. Councillor Horton.
Not required, thank you.
Councillor Kiss. Anyone else wish to comment? Write a reply, Councillor Horton.
Not required.
I'll put the motion. All those in favour? Pass, thank you. 3.1. The Cowra Sports Fields Master Plans. Councillor Horton. Councillor Watt, thank you. Councillor Horton.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. So, so here we have the Cowra Sports Fields Master Plans. We've spoken, it's been a long week already, it's only Monday. We've spoken about these plans for some time. There's been a significant amount of community engagement as well as engagement through the Sport and Rec Committee. It doesn't surprise me at all that when we put these up on public display, we didn't receive any further feedback. So staff are to be commended for the efforts they've gone to in getting this progressed. One of the features that I really appreciate of these plans is the modularisation, if you like, of the plan, so that pending what grant funding we're able to secure, we can do a significant amount of work, we can do smaller amounts of work and add to it later. So I think that's a really smart and clever way to go. So yes, very grateful to the effort of the staff, also for the input from the Sport and Rec Committee directly, and I know they took these plans back to their individual clubs and sought feedback from individuals at committee level and representative level as well. So a lot of work, and it's great to have them before us finally. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Watt.
Thank you very much, and very much like to second Councillor Horton in saying a big thank you to the Sport and Rec Committee for all the work that they did on preparing this, working with the consultants to prepare this master plan. Again, the reason there's no submissions isn't because people don't care about this, it's because they were really heavily consulted as we put it together. I think this is a really fantastic master plan, and congratulations to everyone involved in developing it. We'd had some conversations previously about whether to include some elements about co-locating play facilities in the master plans, and through conversations with council, as is noted in the late report, we've decided that as we're developing the play strategy, that might be a more appropriate place to put it, and I definitely support that and adopting these master plans as they stand in the papers today.
Anyone else wish to comment? Right to reply, Councillor Horton.
Not required, thank you.
I'll put the motion. All those in favour? Those against? Passed. Thank you. 3.2, the IPART review of Water New South Wales proposed bulk water price increase. Councillor Kiss. Councillor Bright. Thank you. Councillor Kiss.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Once again, it's one of those sorts of recommendations that, you know, can we all vote against it and just not, you know, it sort of beggars belief that we need to do it. But anyway, this recommendation is to actually increase the financial plan for the next few years, to increase it to incorporate the prices for Water New South Wales bulk water costs. They have been raised significantly. However, it is noted that it is nowhere near as much as what Water New South Wales had wanted to increase it by. And I'm grateful to IPART. Sounds a weird thing to say, but I'm grateful to IPART for having stepped in and provided a draft determination that is reduced from what Water New South Wales said. I mean, water's crucial. You know we need it. And when they just start throwing figures at it and saying, well, we need to be able to pay this, you know, it becomes a bit exorbitant, and it's something that we need to have. So, and then at the end of the day, it's still imposed upon us anyway. So anyway, all this is really doing is saying these are the prices that have been put on us. We have no choice other than to include them in our long-term financial plan so we can be ready to pay them. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Wright.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yes, well, we're just noting what the IPART sent through, and at this point in time, we need to adjust our budget to incorporate IPART's proposed increases. The only, as Councillor Kiss said, they have not finished going through the Department of Water's proposed cost increases. But I still had trouble working out how they come to what they're going to do. But I think it's about 9% or something, 9 or 10%. I could be wrong. And a lot of figures moving about there. But I think, and Councillor Kiss said it'd be something we should be good to vote down. The only positive I can give on that is if we note this, we're not, and we're putting it in, this will not be the final acceptance, and either this council or the JO or local government New South Wales still needs to put pressure on the Department of Water to first of all analyse what they've been doing with all the money they've been collecting off water users up to now and how they've been allocating it. They got some figures there on how much they're spending on maintenance and how much for new infrastructure and so forth. But then they've got a figure in there they'll have to spend more on the infrastructure thing because of the higher interest rates on borrowings, but they're getting money off us to do that. So what are they doing with their money? It's I think it needs a very good look at what's going on, and it looks like the Lachlan Valley was sort of taken out of the equation to a certain extent. So I should have read it a bit better, I suppose, but me and IPART don't see eye to eye, so we'll leave it at that. It's you probably could go in there as a anti-discrimination process because I don't think that the Sydney Water will be paying the same as what we're paying for water, and if they've got to do anything to Warragamba Dam, the state government will just throw money at it. So there's got to be a bit more even playing field. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to comment? Councillor Horton.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Mayor. I just want to second the mentions that have been made with respect to our discomfort with this. We're talking about up to 10% increases before inflation for the next 3 years. What happens after the next 3 years is anyone's guess. I don't suspect prices will go down after that 3-year period. But to state the bleeding obvious, it's crucial. This is only one cost that people have to deal with on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. So I think it's really important that we maintain our support for any steps that we can take, for our joint organisation can take, to keep this on the agenda. We can't just see exponential growth in the cost of water, which is, as I said, to state the obvious, fundamental to our existence. Obviously at an individual level, but if we want to continue to grow crops and produce food and fibre, we have to have access, reasonable access to water. So we need to keep an eye on this. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to comment? I might make just a quick comment that I note there that the IPART have said Water New South Wales can increase their water prices by 10% for each of the next 3 years, plus inflation. Now, would cost our water, which we passed on to the water consumers in Cowra. I don't know that the irrigators down the river, if they've got to pay 30% more for their water, whether they're going to continue growing food and fibre. There comes a point where it's not viable, and the bureaucrats in Sydney don't seem to see this. They just want to grab more money. I worry about it. Right, a reply, Councillor Kiss.
No, I think I might leave it at that. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
I'll put the motion. All those in favour? Passed. Thank you. Righto. 4.1, the draft Cowra Development Control Plan of 2026. Councillor Watt. Councillor Kiss. Councillor Watt.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you to everyone who made submissions and took the time to review the DCP, as well as to the staff who have taken time to answer community questions over the past couple of months about this, both from ourselves and from the community. Everyone's probably heard me in the chamber say before, this is one of the most important documents that we look at as council. It sets out the standards for housing and commercial development across the local government area and provides those frames of the types of community and the type of housing that we want to see. There have been some really important changes made in this based off our last one from 2021, some that I'm particularly proud of, better reflecting the reality of the amount of cars per household and better planning for the amount of parking areas that we need to make sure that we don't have a mass of cars in the streets, and also enhancing the ability to capture both solar power and incidental lighting from sun in your homes. Thank you very much to the team for putting this forward. In reflection, looking at some of the submissions that were put forward, I looked at some of our surrounding councils to see whether they had a section about environmental heritage and Aboriginal culture in their DCPs, and found that quite a few of them are more than a decade old. And I think it's really something that we should be proud of as our council, that this is something we regularly review and make sure that what we're doing is providing a really up-to-date and clean document for our community to understand the way that they can engage with our team and they can engage with development in this this community. It's a really big piece of work to do regularly, but I think you can really see the difference when you look at our plan compared to others. So congratulations on all your work, and thank you everyone who took the time to take part.
Thank you, Councillor Kiss.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And look, just briefly to dovetail into what Councillor Watt said there about it being such an incredibly important document. We've noted in here that the DCP was actually released via various publication sources, media releases, customer service centres, Cowra Library, the Facebook site, drop-in workshops, so forth, hard copy brochures. So it's been extensively advertised and discussed out in the community. And look, the fact that we've had 3 submissions, and again, they're not negative at all. They're, you know, quite wonderful. Very pleased with them. I think that actually shows the standard of the document to begin with as well. We've had so much exhibition out there, and yet our people seem to be quite happy with the character of Cowra. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to comment? Councillor Wright.
Yeah, no, it's a big document, 590 pages or something, of trying to make it as simple as possible of what you need to do to build something or do something or on the bit of land that you own. And I hope it's taken in that people take it seriously and try and follow the guidelines. No doubt it'll only be a matter of weeks before we get someone wanting to challenge the DCP and ask for something that's not in it because their idea is better than what we had. And but it's there for a reason, to try and for things to be built and maintained in Cowra in a sensible manner, in a sensible way, to ensure that all our drainage and roadworks operate well, our sewerage operates well, and people end up with a very livable house and so forth, or subdivision. And I wish everyone well, and I hope that it's easy to follow, and when DAs are received, that they can be handled quite quickly in the quickest time possible. I was talking to a person from the Mulwaree Shire, I think it is, down the Southern Highlands. Apparently it's 284 days, the standard time to get a DA assessed down there. So I don't know what happened to their DCP, although they did go into administration some 12 or 18 months ago, and all staff left, and now they're private workers now in the planning system, and that's the only way to get something done. But I'm going off target here, but this is the Bible that we use as a council to try and ensure that development in Cowra is done in a measured way. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to comment? Before Councillor Watt has her right of reply, my son's a builder at Ballina, and I can assure you they don't get out in 21 days in Ballina. I think our staff do a very, very good job of getting, I think, construction certificates about 3 days, aren't they? Yeah, look, you know, we've got a lot to be thankful for. Okay, Councillor Watt, right of reply.
Not required, thank you.
I'll put the motion. All those in favour? And we need to raise our hands on this one. Pass unanimous, thank you. 4.2 is the endorsement of the Stone Hut Conservation Management Plan for the Stone Hut at the Cowra PRW site. But those of you that know this, when I was a kid, we used to run around the back of the hill there, and I always thought it was a church. I don't know why, but it's an interesting thing, and it's part of our heritage. Someone like to move that we endorse that plan? Councillor Kiss. Councillor Cave, thank you. Councillor Kiss.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Look, yeah, it's interesting. You know, it just sits there. It's certainly an incredible part of our POW camp history, the Stone Hut. And look, this is just saying that we're going to endorse the notes of our knowledgeable heritage advisor. I am a little confused at, again, it's probably just the practicalities of it, but endorsing the Stone Hut Conservation Management Plan that was dated in 2017 and seemingly isn't going to be changed. So may I ask through the Director why we actually need to re-endorse? Wouldn't it just be like a policy update or something?
Through the Chair, it can be either. What we're asking you to do is say that We're happy with the existing management plan, and that the review that's been undertaken hasn't identified any matters that need to be changed in the existing plan.
Okay, well, this would be an easy one then. Yes, very happy to do that. And obviously, recommendation 3, that council supports pursuit of funding sources. We do need to continue to restore it. We want to keep it the way it is. It's an important part of our history. Thank you.
Councillor Cave.
Yeah, it's nice to see the council look after it, and there's a lot of people out there who are wondering what we're going to do with it, and is it still going to be looked after or going to be more to do? So it's really good that we've got that in place. And thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to comment? While we're waiting for Councillor Watt to come back, I'll just say that I believe, I stand to be corrected, but I think it was built by the Italian prisoners in the prison war, and it was the electricity shed that the Italians built a lot of the actual things up there. They were a lot of tradesmen, very cluey, some of the Italian prisoners, and I believe they built that, and it was electricity shed as well. Councillor Watt's back, so right of reply, Councillor. Anyone else wish to comment? No? Right of reply, Councillor Kiss.
Not needed, thank you.
I'll put the motion. All those in favour? Pass, thank you. 8.1's the late reports, which are sitting there in your pink folder, which are the questions that councillors had requested of the staff and the responses to those questions. Can I have a mover? Councillor Kiss. Councillor Speechley, thank you. Councillor Kiss.
Sorry, Mr Mayor, this was 8.1, did you mention?
Sorry.
Is that a confidential?
Yes, it's the late reports on number 5.
Okay, my apologies. Yes, happy to support the late reports, and no, nothing to say. Thank you.
Councillor Speechley.
Nothing to add.
Anyone else wish to comment? Right of reply. Councillor Kiss. I'll put the motion. All those in favour? Pass, thank you. There are no notice of motions. Has any councillor got anything that they need to bring up without notice? Councillor Wright?
It's probably too early to do anything, but our Prime Minister, Mr Albanese, has announced a $2 billion grant funding for to build more houses and for councils to get funding to put roads, water and for, I presume, sewerage connections to these new suburbs and so forth. I just want to formally bring it to the attention of people, and we keep an eye out to see if it could fit into any of our future programs. Thank you.
Is that a motion, Councillor Wright?
I'll take it as a comment.
Okay, thank you.
I trust they can hear me, and they'll get something come through from somewhere, I'd say.
Thank you. Number 7, confidential matters. Acquisition of Binney Creek Road land, Lot 4, DP 720563. This matter is considered to be confidential under Section 10A2C of the Local Government Act, and the Council is satisfied that discussion of this matter in an open meeting would, on balance, be contrary to the public interest, as it deals with information that would, if disclosed, confer a commercial advantage on a person with whom the Council is conducting or proposing to conduct business with. Can I have a mover? Councillor Kiss. Councillor Horton, thank you. Councillor Kiss.
Not needed, thank you.
Councillor Horton. Anyone wish to comment? Councillor Kiss, right of reply. I'll put the motion. All those in favour? Pass, thank you. I'll start right off with that.